Hey, it's Howard Greenstein from Propelify, and I'm here at ENIGMA.com with Rebecca Price, and we're going to talk about what it means to be the VP of People.
My name is Rebecca Price. I work at ENIGMA as the VP of People, and I live in Hoboken, New Jersey. ENIGMA is a tech company that interprets and understands the world around us through aggregating and homogenizing data and making it available into public and private sectors. We have the world's largest repository of online public data, over 100,000 public data sets that are available to the community. And we also work with clients in the private sector, so helping them aggregate, interpret, homogenize, and access all the data within their enterprises. What we do is first just try to make that data accessible and available and homogenized, but then the data science is what sits on top of that, connecting one data point to another and finding the connections and interpretations through it. So the VP of People plays, I would say, two different roles. One is from, at the micro level, the employee experience, and one is at the macro level from the organization's perspective. From the individual experience, it's really thinking about and being very thoughtful and deliberate about the entire employee life cycle, from being a candidate, through onboarding, through learning, through career growth, through getting feedback and continuing to find it as a place that's engaging to work and grow. And from the company level, thinking about all the processes and systems and foundations that you need to make that happen. So thinking what is the right organizational structure, who are the right people, what are the type of roles, and how are we going to make a business strategy translate into a talent strategy. I believe that organizations become the embodiment of their founders. So it all starts with the founders, who they are, what their strengths are, and honestly what their weaknesses are. Everyone has strengths and everyone has weaknesses, and I believe that organizations then become the embodiment of those founders. What I would encourage all founders is to really know your strengths, cultivate them, and you'll see that your values and your culture will authentically be translated from you, but also the self-awareness to know what your weaknesses are, because if they're not paid attention to early on, they will then become the weaknesses of your company, but can be curtailed if you surround yourself with other types of leaders or a leadership team that compensate for the areas that may not come as easily to them. So if you're looking to hire people, I would hire people who have the skills that you do not have. I would also hire people with the cultural traits that you value as well. And I would third, hire people who have the softer qualitative strengths in the areas that maybe you're weaker at. Maybe you're not great at giving difficult feedback. Hiring someone who is good at giving feedback to help balance that, so that you're kind of starting to build out almost this super perfect human that's embodied of many humans altogether. Being a professional in tech, you have so much that you can learn from others. Like I said, when I was working at Enterprise, we rarely had to look outside of Johnson & Johnson to find someone who had done what you were doing before and a mentor that you could learn from. In tech, you don't have that, like I said, because you're the only person in the organization maybe with that expertise. So being able to learn from others who are doing the job that you've done, who've been through this growth stage, who've faced that challenge, just the ability to network and hear other stories is an amazing opportunity.